Kennebunk, Maine was shaken, among other places, by a surprise earthquake yesterday. Here to talk to us about that 4.6 trembler, Dick Queasy.
Jesus Christ!
Hi, Dick.
I couldn't believe it.
Were you shocked?
Oh my golly! I just couldn't. Suddenly I'm sitting there and I'm cleaning up. And I don't spend lots of time cleaning up my restaurant.
No, neither before nor after the meal.
I haven't felt rumbling like that since some of my customers ate my boiled monkfish.
Oh, the monkfish is good.
Jesus, I said, can you believe that? Why are the doors shaking? We had an earthquake. Did you hear about that,
I
Oscar?
heard that. 4.3?
Oh, my golly, I don't care what numbers you're talking about. All I know is it was shaking like to beat the band.
Southern Maine.
Southern Maine.
Yeah.
Yes, right near Sicktomy. We couldn't believe it.
Where?
And then, of course, Sicktomy.
Oh, that's where your restaurant is.
North of Kennebunk.
That's right. And it's
where
spelled,
they got that big hooker scandal.
It's spelled
one
sick,
I apologize.
It's spelled sick tummy.
And here's another thing I want to come and talk
You look
about.
great, by the way. Have you been working out?
No.
No Zumba?
Food poisoning.
Oh, it's the food poisoning, of course.
Once a week.
A great
Hello.
plan.
I'm Dick Queasy, and by golly, my seafood's priced to sell. Seafood costs too much.
Yeah, so you're launching right into a shill?
That's right. I'll entertain your questions, or you could just sit there and look at me for Christ's sake.
Well, I'm so pleased you made it down. I mean,
Thank you.
how was the
Queasy.
trip?
Yes, go ahead. It was fun. Good question. Thanks a lot.
Well, I heard about this on the nightly news last night, and I was
yes.
like, well, earthquakes don't usually happen in New England and southern Maine. I thought about you right away. What I was thinking, when an earthquake of this magnitude hits the mainland,
Yes.
do the dumpsters fall over, and is it harder for you to find your seafood?
No, dumpsters were
easier.
solid.
Easier.
They're solid. They're metal. They stay on the ground. There was no problem with that. What I was doing is I was doing my post game, which I call it. That's getting the stink out of the kitchen. That's what I do every
Is that
single.
even possible?
Well, not really. That's what Mrs. Queasy says.
How is she?
She's good. She's wonderful. She's
Not well.
She's dying.
Food poisoning?
Mercury.
But I'm
buildup.
sitting there. I'm standing at the sink, trying to get what little I can to go down the sink.
You're doing the post game.
I've got a permanently clogged drain. Is what
bet.
I've got.
I understand.
And suddenly,
So do
it
your
just
customers.
the entire kitchen, all the pots and pans, all the crab shells, everything, the lobster shells, everything started shaking to beat the band. And I swear to God, I thought I was a goner.
What did you think at first? When
Yeah.
you first struck, what was the first thought that you had when everything started shaking?
Personally, I
Yeah.
thought, Jesus, I thought a customer maybe had driven into my kitchen. That's happened before.
Really? Has it? I didn't
Yeah,
know
when
that.
they lose a family member.
Now they say that
Revenge.
animals, members of the animal kingdom, are they're hypersensitive to these the moving of the plates and the earthquake.
Yeah.
So before the earthquake happened, did you notice any difference with the live lobsters in your live lobster tank?
We don't have live lobsters.
Really?
We have a lobster tank, but they're not live. They're dead.
That's-
They're dead as doornails.
How do you think you save money at Queasy's?
I take a big giant spatula and I just scoop the dead ones out.
Really? Is it more of a scoop or a scrape?
It's more of a scoop. I never scrape the lobster out of there. They float sometimes.
They looked alive. When the shaking started, they looked alive for a moment.
I'll sell them for 11 cents if they float.
Mr. Queasy.
Yeah.
Did any of your inventory hit the ground, hit the floor? Did anything fall off the shelf?
Well, I have inventory on the floor every day.
So he keeps it.
That's not a relevant
Oh, so
question.
there is no 5-second rule.
There's no 5-second rule. There's no 5-hour rule. By golly, I found something in back of the stove 3 days ago, and I said, that looks good to me. Put it on a plate. Serve it up as a blue plate special.
I saw some footage on the news. Some of your hush puppies are still rolling.
Yeah, that's fun. But here's what I'm doing.
What are you doing? What's the plan?
I figure with that kind of tumbler, that we experience.
That what?
With that kind of tumbler.
A trembler.
I didn't know
What
that.
is it?
Trembler.
Well, you speak your language, Mr. Liberal Man, and I'll speak mine.
We're from different regions.
That must be a
Jesus Christ.
sick tummy regional expression.
Well, we had a sick to me tumbler,
Right.
And after the tumbler, I'm feeling just off the coast that maybe sometimes that kills seafood.
Oh,
Doesn't
it should be a boon for you then.
Doesn't that result in a fish kill?
Can be.
Well,
Yeah,
by golly,
absolutely.
that said, then I hope I'll be able to go down to the beach in a week or two and get the scraps.
That'd be great.
And then I'll offer my customers the incredible value they get with discarded seafood.
Pass on
Dick,
the
what
savings.
was scarier, the earthquake, which doesn't happen really,
Never seen one in my
Oh.
life. Never felt one in my life. It was absolutely amazing.
or the thought of a city health inspector coming into your restaurant?
That's not funny.
You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Hello, Peter. What's happening? We have sort of a problem here. Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
Yeah. You see, we're putting the cover sheets on all TPS reports now before they go out. Did you see the memo about this?
Yeah. Yeah, I have the memo right here. I just forgot. But it's not shipping out till tomorrow, so there's no problem.
Yeah. If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great. And I'll go ahead and make sure you get another copy of that memo. Okay?
Yeah, no, I have the memo. I've got it. It's right. Hello, Phil.
It's the Mike O'Meara Show. Mike O'Meara, Buzz Burbank, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his Davenport, oh, that's so gay, here's Mike.
Live from the Cappy Viper Studios, this is the Mike O'Meara Show. We are delighted to have you with us. Our show today is brought to you by C.B. Lucas AC and Heating.
Awesome.
I love that guy. I really do. Mike Lucas,
All those guys.
you know, the thorough job that they do, and I've had a whole friggin' system put in.
I know.
And ever since I had that put in, they do follow-ups in the spring and the fall, and they're good people, and they can fix anything when it comes to heating and air conditioning. And also, they'll give you a good deal. Get your system ready for winter now. Call CB Lucas for all your heating, AC, and plumbing needs, especially if your system is older than dirt like mine was.
Yes.
You can start saving on utility bills right now.
When?
Right now.
Thank you.
CB Lucas has 48 months, same as cash financing or instant rebates. Instant rebates on high-efficiency train
Good morning.
systems. Offer ends October 31st. Do what we do. Call 855-CB-LUCAS or click their ad on our website, and we appreciate their business. We also appreciate the business of Quench.
Yay!
Yes. And here from Quench is Diana Ash, who also is going to be working with Rob and Mark tonight out at the restaurant, right?
Quench for Knowledge.
Quench for Knowledge
2.0, the return of America's favorite trivia sensation.
And it's going, is this your second one, your third one?
This is the second one, and we're very excited because we're not up against the debate tonight.
And whenever Diana Ash drops by, not only is it nice to have her on the show, and we've gotten wonderful feedback from her being on the show, so we love her when she comes by to visit, but she also brings gifts, and you have brought something today, a libation, and that's kind of the tradition. We appreciate it. What did you bring for us today, Diana?
Okay, so today we have The Last Sunrise.
Ooh.
Sounds so threatening.
We saw that in Maine.
Yeah.
I think it sounds so beautiful.
Really?
The Last Sunrise. So do I.
Sunrise.
All right.
Okay,
Kiss
so
ass.
What?
Yeah.
Shut up.
You shut up.
You shut up.
at least
Stop
Rob's
it.
not making those noises.
Is it like a tequila sunrise?
Yeah, I hate that. Do you hate, as a woman, let's get it on record. Now, I know you work with him, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I mean, when he goes,
I liked it the first couple times. And then he did it every single time.
That's what carries him.
And it's not a problem. In fact, I like that you guys mentioned me, and I like that there's a reaction.
There is a
Yes,
reaction.
there is.
But
wow,
yeah.
this is yummy.
Yeah.
What is in
Perfect
this
for
drink?
breakfast, I think.
It is Jinro, which is a soju.
Jinro, is that baby eggs that are in a gin bottle?
Is that from North Korea?
Jinro, that's fun.
Jinro.
I get it. Like fish.
Jinro.
Yeah, I like that.
No, it's soju, which is a
Hey, no, that's Mark Bronick.
That is.
Don't talk
Soju.
about
Man, he is soju.
soju.
Soju. That's
it's a-
actually your sitcom. That'll be incredible.
Soju.
Tonight on ABC, it's
Bronick.
Nashville followed by Soju.
Stereotype Tuesdays.
It's going to be a goofy show, folks. So what is it's
Jinro.
Jinro?
Which
Never heard
is
of
a
these
soju.
things, yeah.
You've never heard of soju?
No.
Which is a Korean rice liquor.
I like rice wine.
From the good part or the bad part of Korea?
Probably the good part.
Good. Tastes good.
So it's soju and Jinro?
No. It's Jinro, which is a type of
Kind
soju.
of soju.
Oh, Jinro Soju.
Like vodka.
Gesundheit.
Like a type. There are different brands of vodka.
Jinro Soju.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into a restaurant and say, I'd like some Jinro Soju, please.
Good luck with that unless you go to Quench. Thank
Sushi
you.
restaurant, probably.
Wow.
Hey, it's soju.
With Mark Bronick.
Well, there's double Jews in here today.
Oh, yeah.
You're a good Jewish girl, Diana.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much
Okay,
for bringing the
so-
apples.
Oh, of course.
Okay, that's a good.
You know, you really should. You should be more specific. She actually did bring fruit.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? Now I know. Yeah, the apple doesn't fall far from
You
the
guys
sun.
are
to
a
speak.
bunch of creeps.
HBS's son. Honey Bob Spiewak's
They
son
don't know.
Rob.
They don't know that
Oscar's
she actually
disgusted by all
brought
this.
you honey
Yes.
crisp apples.
Now get a
No,
hold of yourselves.
pink
ladies.
We're doing a show.
They may already have.
So this is Jinro, which is the brand name, and Soju is the liquor.
Right.
Very good. And what else is in it? It's
Saint
delicious.
Germain. which is a delicious elderflower liqueur.
Where do you guys find these things? I've never even
never
heard
heard
of
of
them.
Saint-Germain?
It's delicious, but I've never heard of these things.
Saint-Germain is one of the greatest liqueurs, and it's...
Well, it must be. It's
yeah,
great.
It's delicious.
It really is good.
Oh my God!
Is there any
This is amazing. Do you serve
grapefruit
this
in it?
No, there's no grapefruit. It's okay. So it's the soju, it's Saint-Germain, it's lemon juice, and basil simple syrup.
Wow.
With a little
amazing.
smack of basil in there.
It
Now,
seems
he
like
did
it would
two
be good
se-
for breakfast.
I think he did 2 seasons on the BBC.
Who?
Basil Simple Syrup. He was a wonderful character actor.
Tonight,
He was doing an episode of Soju.
tonight on Masterpiece Theater, Basil Simple Syrup will be starring in Downton Abbey. Anyway, whatever. But boy, it's good. And you serve this up at Quench?
Absolutely.
Oh man, that's good.
I like it.
I don't like the, normally you bring some of the spicy or hot stuff that I don't like that in my beverages.
Right.
But this
Citrusy and
and
nice
I'll tell you, this
for
is
morning,
terrific.
I think.
And you know what? It's you would think that this was something that you could only enjoy in the summertime.
No.
But actually, I could enjoy it anytime.
Oh, sure.
And also, the shaking has stopped.
I'm going to knock it back.
I know you will.
I'm actually going
Here
to
we
do.
go.
I will do hair of the
Wasted
dog today.
Wednesdays on the Michael Mara Show.
I will do. Well, if we have any more debates.
Wasted Ash Wednesdays.
Oh my God! Ash Wednesday. That's funny.
See, there you go. And she's not even Catholic.
All right. Did I read the sponsor?
You
Yes,
did, but
yes, you
before you go
We've
on,
started
can I
the
just
show.
make a quick announcement?
Yeah, we'll go right
Does it
ahead.
have to be that
Here
loud?
we go.
Everybody has been clamoring for this. A lot of our listeners, as of right now, actually 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Android users can get the Mike O'Mara Show.
Yay! It only took 2.5 years of development, and I am so pleased that we now have that for all of my Denver friends that I got to chat
Yes.
with. There were a bunch of you out there that
Asking
were
for
droid
it.
people
Right.
and rock and roll.
Yeah, a lot of Facebook people, too,
Fantastic.
have been clamoring
Cool.
for it. So
These are the
there
androids
you
you're
go.
looking for.
Yes, that's
For
right.
free. Enjoy.
Now, this is the opportunity we've
Excellent.
been looking for to really put us over the top.
That's right. This will make
Success.
all the difference.
I can see success on the horizon, Mike.
Seriously, we're going to get some more downloads because of
We
this, right?
probably will, yes, because a lot of people struggle to download the show.
May I add this?
I suppose.
By the way, thank you to Josh Soroka who delivered this.
Yes.
Hold on a second, Oscar. We've got a phone call coming in.
Hold that.
Hello.
Hold that phone.
Hello, this is Mitt Romney calling.
Oh.
I just wanted to give you a call to see if we could speak directly
No.
so I can ask for your support.
I
No.
just liked you on Facebook.
I'm sorry.
No.
He did. God.
Our friend Josh Soroka, he delivered it early from Renegade Apps, and he literally he emailed me this morning, and he emailed Mark and said, "Hey, this thing will be up by the time the show goes live." And what's great about the Android platform is that not everybody has an iPhone and not everybody has an iTouch. So this is another way to reach our listeners. And if you were that vocal to get this done, you should be just as vocal spreading the word that you can get it on the Android platform.
Oscar brings up the most important point, which is really spread the word about this because this will be great for the show, and it is something that we did that we normally don't do. We spent money on it, and the fact is that we really want more and more people to be aware of this program, and the smartphone apps for this show are so convenient and so easy for everybody that we really hope that you spread the word about the Android app.
Everybody.
They're
please.
so easy. Even Carrie's listening to the show now.
And it's free, right? It's free.
It's free.
All right, it's free. All
I'm
right.
sorry, Mark.
Unfortunately.
On the program today, debate night
So
in
cute.
America, likability. I have some thoughts about it. I am not a mechanic. A message to my daughter, Buzz, and his ukulele update. The earthquake in New England, we already talked about that. I hate a certain ad that I just want to rail against today.
Is it on our show?
And no.
Oh, good.
No,
that wouldn't be good for
I'll
business.
start with that.
All right.
Because, why dive right into the
political
debate?
ad?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
You want to use your button?
I did. A political ad?
No, it is the... I hate these ads. I have always hated these ads. I hate stupid, funny ads that aren't stupid, are stupid, but they're not funny.
Right.
And then they just think they're all that. And they're the ocean spray...
Oh, yeah, the men
ads
standing
with
in the bog.
With the two idiots.
In the bog,
Really.
yeah.
There's nothing funny about it.
You're right.
It's not creative, and they've been on for like 11 years.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
very
they have.
similar to. I hate those kind of commercials. I like commercials that really bring the funny.
Right.
Like for example, is it Progressive Insurance where they've got the troll of a woman
Yeah.
who
With
is
the red
not
lipstick.
funny.
Yeah.
She's just she's.
I really like her, actually.
You do?
Yeah.
She's just so not there.
It's Flo, isn't it?
She's
Flo?
not.
Flo, Flo. Yeah.
She's not attractive.
Heavy
she's,
Flo?
She's not unattractive. She's just there. She's not funny. She's just what's
Well,
the
she's
deal?
safe.
And you know what? She's memorable.
Safe.
But
safe.
But she is genuinely memorable.
I thought the Ocean Spray guys, I thought they were low-key because that's a Maine thing. That's a New England thing for them to be low-key. I thought that was
suck.
the point. Well, you're from there. You would know.
They suck. Oh,
Maybe they were killed in the earthquake.
This is
You
just
hate Maine now?
You know what? Look. I believe that if you're not going to be giving me a commercial where you're giving me valuable information,
Yeah.
and hear me out here because people are going to cry hypocrite when they hear me talking about this. But the fact is, but I really like some of the sponsors that we have on this show.
Yes. Sure.
And I really, really get into sharing that because
Right.
I know we get testimonials. I like that. And I think if somebody discovers Wait Not or somebody goes to try Lending Tree or whatever,
Right.
and, I'm just trying to give them information.
Right.
But at the same time, we occasionally do shtick during all of our commercials.
Yeah.
and
Punch
we
it
try
up,
to
baby.
keep it fresh.
Sure.
What I can't stand is the theory of advertising and the way it works is frequency. We all know that. So if it's going to be frequency, and I've got to look at the Geico Gecko 10,000 times,
Hate it. God.
why don't you take some of the boatloads of cash that you have spending the money on this advertising and create something? You've got the money to do it.
Obviously.
Create something fun.
I'm trying
why does it always have to just be the Super Bowl?
I'm trying to think right now, are there any commercials that are running in rotation that I enjoy? And I can't come up with
What
one.
about the Mayhem commercials for Allstate?
I enjoy Mayhem.
I like Mayhem a lot.
like that? Okay.
Actor,
Because they're
that's why
different.
I like those.
Yeah, he's funny because he's kind of a tough guy, and it's just silly, but it's clever silly.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I know.
agree. I enjoy them.
What do you think, Mitt?
Well, I would say
Oh, I think he's much more of a Paul, don't you?
I don't know, but I was just
I
sitting
believe
there
from
and
an
I thought,
advertising world that if something works and it's safe and you can stay with that template, then you wouldn't mess with it because it's so hard to find something that works.
I would argue that the frequency of these commercials is why they're successful. Not the
Not the
creativity.
quality.
I think
Saturation instead of burn.
the saturation makes them automatically
Yeah.
successful. You can do anything, and if you saturate it, it works. And you think that when Mark's out talking to advertisers, if you buy a little bit more, you get more frequency. It helps. It does. It does.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
the reality. But you could
Repetition.
just imagine what you could do if suddenly a commercial came on and you were looking forward to it. The very first time we saw the Cavemen, it was kind of funny.
Right. The
Yeah.
first time.
Then they just destroyed
Well,
it.
they gave them a sitcom. That was a bad
Like
movie.
Rob's growling.
It was horrible.
Now, Buzz, thanks for bringing it up again.
What happened was
It's like Rob's growling.
yes,
Yeah.
First couple
Well,
of
Buzz-
times it was fine.
yeah, and then it sucked.
Buzz growls too, but it's because his lungs are shutting down.
That's right.
Exactly.
And we feel for you, Buzz, and best wishes.
Thank you.
Strength, Buzz.
I know-
Power through.
I know you
Mixed
mean
feelings.
it. I know you mean it.
Where do you weigh
God,
in?
they're fighting.
Where do
Yes.
you weigh in on? Where do you?
let me just take a moment.
Sure.
Just to say hello to somebody who's probably looking in on today's show. Hi, Bob. Anyway, go ahead.
Probably. Kidding? He shut down business for 3 days. Where do you weigh in on animated
Pants around his
bears
ankles.
and toilet paper?
Oh.
I
Oh,
hate those
Snuggies.
spots. I hate those.
I don't like any
Those are
safe
charming.
commercials.
I
like edgy
well, but you
commercials.
see,
Bears?
deep down, that's edgy because that's a bear wiping his ass. Although it's all done in baby bedroom colors, that is still a
Normally
bear
not.
wiping his ass.
I think if we went around the room right now and we said, really, bring up some commercial you've seen in the last month
Right.
that really was memorable, we wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
They're all so safe.
And also, you know
Mostly,
what?
yeah.
We tune them out because we can fast forward through them almost all the time now.
I know.
We're not married. We're not stuck to watching
And
them.
this isn't a show. The only one that I really could think about right now that actually caught my eye and made me laugh, and it's for a place that doesn't exist. It's DeQueezy's.
Nice.
Easy. Yeah,
Nice.
you're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
That was a good ad.
All right, let's move. But anyway, I hate it. The other thing that I put in parentheses when I put Ocean Spray
Yes.
was Beyonce at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Way to go out on a limb.
Big win.
Way to
wait.
go out on a limb.
I can't wait.
You can't
I
wait.
saw that yesterday come up on the feed.
Are you now you
I'm
are
excited.
You are the show contrarian.
No, I'm a fan of
He means-
Beyonce.
he
Look at
means
my
this.
iPod.
Really?
Yeah, man. I'm in.
Yeah, man.
But don't you think it's safe?
I'm a hipster.
Don't you think it's like uber safe?
It's way
Well,
safe.
what's better than Madonna with her
I don't- I
Skeletor
think-
arms
I just think
rocking back and forth like it's Halloween?
You know what they should do?
Agreed.
They should rebook Prince. Prince was great. Prince was the last good Super Bowl
Prince
show, I
was,
think.
I think they ought to book the Ramones.
I think
The Who was
Paul McCartney.
The Ramones.
Many of them have passed.
Past 5 years, The Who was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, but it's funny because most of your friends got the name of the band right because they just kept saying who? Who?
Hey, TV Buzz, before we get to the
yes.
debate, I wanted to ask you, anybody, are you watching that show Nashville? Speaking of hotties on TV?
It wasn't one that I recommended. If you like Dynasty, Dallas type shows, I think it's perfect, and I think in that genre, it's edgier than its predecessors. I think you're going to see more sex and more implied nudity and that sort of thing. So there are reasons to watch with Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're just into her and her cans.
Right.
Well, what do you think? I mean, are you
I was
it?
watching it, and then my girl walked in. She goes, "What are you watching?" I said, "Nashville." And she's like, "Really?" I said, "Look, I got to cover this for the show."
Yeah.
And
right, exactly.
I got to cover this for the show. Now help me with this belt.
That's right, Oscar.
But I've had a crush on Hayden Panettiere since I want to say 19.
What do you mean?
So
I don't think she doesn't do it for me.
Oh my God!
98?
Come on.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
When did Heroes come out? No, it'd be 2005.
5 years
Yes.
ago, something like that.
Now, Diana made a face, too. What do you not like about Hayden
That she's
Panettiere?
hot.
It's not that I don't like her. It's
Right.
the fact that you're saying that you've liked her for so long, and
Yeah,
she is
yeah.
young.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
okay. All right.
If there's grass on the field, play ball.
I don't think it's becoming at all for people that are.
Is this the
you know-
bonus show? Did I stumble upon the bonus show?
It is now.
We sure remember you from the bonus show. That was a good one.
I got a lot of comments.
Yes,
I'll
I'm
bet.
sure you did.
Ass, cash, or grass, everyone pays.
That is
What is
too
he even
good.
talking about?
Hayden
I don't even
Panettiere
know.
has grown into
Rob.
grown up to be a stunning woman, Rob.
I don't know
Yes.
that she's
I don't think
stunning.
she's a woman
And
yet.
if you remember,
Do
she
you think she's still too young?
Yeah.
no,
But
she
How old is she?
I don't know.
she's
but
like
15.
25.
Connie
Mark's
Britton.
on
Yeah.
it.
Connie Britton ain't
My
bad either.
girlfriend's
though.
Now, you
She's a
see,
slightly older woman.
She's
Yeah.
from American Horror Story,
Right.
right?
Yes,
And
she
I
is.
think she's
Which
much
comes-
better looking than
And
Hayden
American Horror
Panettiere.
Story starts its new season tonight. By the way.
Yay! That's a good one. All
And
right,
Nashville, a decent show.
good. So I'm gonna check it out.
Not a
tonight.
great
Decent.
show.
It's
Right.
on. I'm looking for a
But you know what?
Wednesday
it's
go-to.
one of those shows you just
Quench
sit
is
there
your
for
Wednesday
fun.
go-to.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
we will have Nashville on the numerous big screens.
I will be at Quench tonight then.
That's
I
right.
will be
We'll
at
see you
Quench.
there. Mike will be doing the halftime show.
Is she 25, Mark?
She's 23.
Oh, even better.
That means you started liking her when she was on that high school
12?
show.
Yeah, well, look, legally,
Originally, Oscar hit on her because he could give her a ride because she didn't have her license yet.
Rob,
the
all right,
cheerleader.
take a look at that photo.
Okay,
and
let me
you
see
tell
it.
me. You tell me that that's not a hot woman.
yes.
It's
Let me
okay.
answer
You know
She's
what?
average.
She
That's
has.
not the best picture ever either, in my opinion.
Average. You're
kidding me?
funny.
And you know what?
I like it.
She
That's
was
funny.
she was the cheerleader on Heroes, right?
Right,
And
yeah.
that's the image I have in my head, and that is she's so young.
She was also in Bring It On 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I hope you're
There were
mistaken
3
about
of
that.
those?
Exactly.
Straight to DVD.
Would you like to know why I really like
There
her?
were issues
Yeah.
they didn't cover in 1 and 2.
Would anybody in the room like to know why I really like her?
I would,
Yes.
Because she saves dolphins.
Oh,
Saves
yeah.
Thank you.
I
Very
remember
nice.
that.
Save the Dolphins.
Mark's going through these pictures a
Oh
mile a
my
minute.
gosh.
There you go.
That's better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
right.
that's better.
Well, are you looking at her face or her body?
I'm sorry, there was a face?
Yeah, exactly.
Although Oscar might be drawn to the similar forehead.
Diana, as a woman,
gorgeous.
let me ask
Yeah,
you this
gorgeous
question.
forehead.
In the purview of celebrity females, who is a woman that's out there now that you would consider
Who's hot? Who do you
a hottie?
admire?
Who do I admire?
Both.
Who
No,
would
that's not the
you-
I
question.
really
Who's
like
hot?
Jennifer Aniston, and I always have.
Okay.
I think she's beautiful.
Long in
and
the
I think
tooth, though, right?
Look at Oscar.
everyone's gonna have
Over
their
the hill, Oscar.
Rob wrote Vicki Lawrence.
Now, that's a classy dame. She can sing. She can do comedy, sketch comedy. Let's see Hayden Panettiere do some sketch comedy.
Does Diana even know who Vicki Lawrence is?
Yeah, who the hell is Vicki Lawrence?
Thank you, Oscar.
There is
Thanks
a
for
large-
not making me ask.
There is a large segment of our audience that is laughing like me with that one. Vicki Lawrence.
Yeah, nice. Oh, great smile.
Yes. God, what a goofy show. All right. Last night, I sat down with my wife, and we had a buddy over, and I truly was so nervous. I was so filled with angst about wanting the guy that I'm rooting for to do well. And as far as everybody is concerned, I think he did a pretty decent job.
While you talk about the debate, that angst had begun before Mark and I had left yesterday.
Really?
You wanted us nowhere near you. You were so out of here. Normally you will come in and visit, glad hands, surf the web with us, and that sounds really gay, but
Were
it's
you
what we do.
pacing? Were you pacing?
Yeah, but you wanted nothing to
you
do
were
with
nervous.
us. You really had started early.
I was so uptight yesterday that I actually, I did things I don't do.
Really?
I went
Like
down
what?
into the garage. Well, I've become a mechanic on my motorcycle.
Yes, you have.
I'm a terrible mechanic, but I am a mechanic.
But you have
I agree.
tools and you've organized them. And
I have
you
so
fixed
far.
things.
I have installed my own stereo system,
Right.
Which
in the
sounds
motorcycle.
amazing, by the way.
And not the stereo. I shouldn't say that. The speakers.
Say you did everything.
And yesterday it was headlight replacement.
Ooh, nice.
And I swear to God, I'm so bad at it. I actually am so bad that I put the front speakers in the fairing on my motorcycle,
right?
And I didn't put the speakers back in with this little housing that they're supposed to be. I thought you threw that away. And so when I'm screwing the speakers back in, I'm going, God, this is really going tough. Man, this is really
So what were you
going
screwing
tough.
into? The chrome?
I was there's a little hole where the screw goes, and I'm screwing into this thing, and I'm going like this, and then
So essentially there was no washer to hold the speakers in. There was nothing between the screw and the metal.
Once I put the housing in,
Right.
it was like dee, and it locked right in, and then I went around to the front, and it's plastic.
Yes.
I was screwing into the plastic of my fairing, so I looked down, and I said, what are those little bubbles? Were those little bubbles are where I was literally with my Herculean strength. I was screwing into the plastic, and so now
you are not a mechanic.
Instead of questioning what was obviously wrong, you just powered through with the strength of 10 men.
and now I've got I've got one hole and 3 little bubbles.
I know.
And I don't know if like you can heat the plastic. And maybe, or
somebody
maybe
can,
buff it out or something like that.
Buff it out. There's no buffing that out. That's structural damage.
So now,
it can be repaired. It
so
can be
now,
cosmetically repaired.
You can buy a new thing. You can buy a new fairing or whatever it is.
But
called.
I didn't do it right, and so
fairing. What is it called?
A fairing.
Fairing. Hi.
So I put the headlights in,
bubbles,
and the passing lights, and I don't know if I've done that properly either.
Have you? Well,
but they're installed.
Do they light up?
Yeah.
Well, then you did it fine.
Yeah, but I mean, the headlights like pointing up at the tree.
Yeah, but the beauty is,
you need to aim it. Yes.
Mike, that's how you learn.
Yeah, I know.
That's how people learn.
How you learn how to drive into a wall.
But that's how I spent my afternoon yesterday because I wanted to be occupied with something, and something that was very challenging and difficult for me, so I wouldn't think about the
But was your mind still on the debate even as you did the structural damage?
That's probably why it happened.
I think maybe the whole healthcare issue with me. And had a nice conversation with a broker yesterday.
Oh, good.
Who he filled me with tremendous confidence when he said things look like they might be shaping up. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, you must feel
Take
strong.
care.
Was
Have
he
a good
sure?
one.
Was he sure he wanted to commit to that comment?
They're
Things
all like
look
that.
like they might be shaping up.
Yeah, I was supposed to find out yesterday. I didn't, so I have no idea.
Maybe they were watching the debate.
No, it was not last night. This was yesterday during the day. Damn it, Mitt. So what did you think of your boy? What did you think of Mitt Romney?
I watched a DVR. I started seeing the results come in, and what's funny, it's like everybody just compared to the first debate, I saw that there was some balance because it wasn't just a drumming of one or the other. So then I went to go watch it because my girl was kind of to DVR it, and then I was blown away. I've never seen a debate in that manner in my life.
It was
in my life.
It was good. It was better than Nashville.
It was face.
It was face. There was a lot of face.
Yeah, there was.
And speaking of face, how about Candy?
You know what?
She's getting beat up.
Of course she is. Of course she is.
Everyone's destroying her.
Oh, absolutely. She did a great job. She did.
Yeah, she did do a great job.
The amazing thing.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Some
her,
Republicans are not happy with her.
Of course
but,
they're not.
you know.
And it was
She
because
really
their guy lost.
She looks like a bad Photoshop. Because that body, that hair, that face, they all come from different planets.
But you know
I don't
what?
know how that happens.
And we poke fun at her, but boy, overall, I've said this, and I really think this is important. And I'm not saying this because most people are saying that Barack Obama won the debate. I had said this to other people years ago. We make a lot of fun of Candy Crowley. I think I've said it on the show. I think she is absolutely one of the smartest and best in the business.
Yeah, very good.
Really, truly
Totally
do.
agree.
And I think anybody in that position, it's kind of a no-win deal.
It's the hardest job on the planet.
I mean, whoever
at
loses,
that moment.
but she really, all she did was try to keep it going. So these guys, otherwise, these guys are both going to talk for 7
Free
minutes.
for all.
Yeah, and she was not as strict with the enforcing as I thought. I was distracted. Were you distracted by the fact you could see the countdown clocks?
Oh, at the beginning, I was.
And it really bothered me, and I started to say, "Oh, it's about to turn yellow. Okay, now it's red, and now it's green." But I think she could have been even more strict.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah.
Look at the pretty colors.
It must have been really hard to talk
Thank
over
you,
that.
Shannon. Thank you, Shannon, for DVRing it or something because I'm out buying more striped shirts or something. It's only the future of the country that I have adopted, so I think I will watch it on my schedule or something.
Diana, we were talking before the show. Shut up, you two. We were talking before the show about the fact that the big, I guess, controversy, I don't think it is, was this women in a briefcase.
You want to go to the clip?
Yeah, okay. I didn't even
more about
Binders
fun
full
than
of
controversy.
women.
Binders
Yeah.
full of women, right?
Right.
Here we go.
And so we took a concerted effort to go out and find women who had backgrounds that could be qualified to become members of our cabinet. I went to a number of women's groups and said, can you help us find folks? And they brought us whole binders full of women.
Yeah, baby.
Well, any thoughts now with all the hype that line is getting?
I honestly didn't even understand what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
At the
binders
time.
at the time, yeah. I mean, binders full of women. That's not something you ever really hear.
It's not a typical phrase.
Not a typical phrase. I mean,
Might be the first time ever.
I understood
Buzz
what
uses
he
it all
was
the time.
saying.
Yeah, I don't.
But I don't think
didn't
it was
get
a very good way to put his point across at all. And in fact, it kind of took away from the question that I guess the woman had asked.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of took feminism
you're
back a little bit.
Flaming out.
So a little.
Yeah, hey, I'm not professional. I'm not professional, Oscar.
She can flame out anytime she wants to. Damn
But you know what's going to happen if this continues to go past, like, right now it's a big thing on Facebook. It was a big thing on Facebook last
Look.
night. Exactly. I know.
Look.
You haven't much left.
Look at that.
You haven't much left of
Yeah,
your
Oscar,
drink.
you haven't even touched your drink.
I gotta go to work after this.
There is not a libation on the planet
give it to
that
me.
I would
I'll
have
drink
told
it.
you that I
Oh,
wanted to
Jesus.
drink today, and I knocked
Yeah.
this back.
Yeah, this is delicious.
This is what you drink if you're not in the mood to drink.
But the binders full of women comment immediately was on the Huffington Post and it was on the,
Right.
the
All
Facebook
over
last night.
Facebook.
Twitter,
But if it carries on, he's going to come out with what he said before. He says, "What I said was inelegantly stated," and he'll go with that.
It's
but
not
it's still
nearly at that
It's
level.
not even a
But-
gaffe. It's not a controversy. It's just a
It's just
funny,
funny,
phrase.
yeah.
And people on the internet, especially like Facebook and Twitter, embraced that phrase because it was so unusual and so funny.
He wanted to
People
say-
are having fun with
he
it. It's
just
not a
cle-
controversy.
He clearly meant, and maybe this is where I'm wrong. He just binders full of resumes, female resumes,
right.
right?
That's
Right,
what
but
he
the
meant
fact
about
that
it.
he said women.
Yeah.
And he was making a good point.
Who could that be?
Oh, dear.
Hello.
Hello, this
We
is
know.
Mitt on the
Mitt, we're
call.
talking about you,
I
Mitt.
just wanted to give you
Mitt.
a call to see if we could speak directly.
No,
so
I don't
can
want
have-
to.
Trying to do a show,
Maybe
buddy.
Oscar wants to talk to you.
We don't have time. So I thought that my guy won the debate,
Yeah, you
and
did.
That's what everybody's saying.
I agree with all the assessments. He didn't thump him, but he won.
Right.
And you know what? This is now something that we haven't had really in recent memory. You've got definitive, big-time victories in debates. And I think Romney really just crushed Obama in the first debate, and Obama won the second debate. He didn't crush him,
Right.
but I was going into that saying, Jesus, is he going to stammer his way through the debate again?
Very little
I know you were
stammering.
very
There was
worried.
none. He
ahead of them.
completely showed up.
Last
it was
night,
great.
we
For
as,
me.
Right.
as a country, we have such a short memory now. Does this totally erase what was done in the first debate?
No.
No,
No,
not
it
at
does
all.
not.
I don't think so,
Okay,
and I'll
Because
talk about
they're
that.
saying half the audience watched this debate.
And does it cancel it out to the point where the third debate,
Republicans are saying that.
the final debate, is the one that's going to carry all the
Is
weight?
Nielsen a Republican?
No, I think
Run
really.
outfit? That's what I heard this
Nielsen?
morning.
Can you fact check that?
We'll check
My
on that.
Republican
Yeah, I haven't
friend there?
I haven't seen viewership.
It's going to be great because
I
Oscar
haven't
and I are
seen
going to go at it
viewership
right down
numbers
to
yet.
election day.
I know Arbitron's Republican run.
Yeah, I think
Allegedly.
what I liked about it. Look,
Very good statement, Oscar. Well said.
would we agree that it was do or die last night?
It was
Yes.
for him.
Look, he had to. If he had gotten his ass kicked like he did in the first debate, a lot of people are saying, well, he should have done that in the first debate. Well, coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's not relevant.
History, yeah.
What changed is, and it'll be interesting to see if he did stop the momentum. And I think unquestionably he was able to do that.
He absolutely
And
slowed
that's-
it down.
He
and
did
that-
a great job.
And that was his mission.
This my litmus test was if I wanted to order a $5 Jerry's Pizza as I was watching the actual debate.
Right.
Because in the first debate they make fun of him. Look, I don't know. Jerry's is a national chain, correct?
Yeah.
So-
I think Cherry's is all
Yeah,
over
so
the country.
it's a pizza place that had Obama doing all the commercials, and they would do that affect of $5,
Right.
like pepperoni, like.
And it wasn't impressionist. It wasn't actually Obama doing the
No,
spots.
but that's what I would think of through the first debate. I'm like, you're not selling pizzas, man.
Incidentally, Jerry, speaking of Jerry, please call me. I think your Tony Soprano commercial was the funniest one ever done. Thank you. You know what? I've always thought that.
You
and
should
Buzz,
have
you know,
been the guy.
I've said to myself, why the hell am I not used on more of these Jerry's commercials?
You should be.
I'm frustrated with
I think
that.
the secret.
I'd like to be the Jerry's
should
guy.
be the guy.
Celebrity voice impersonator.
I don't even know what agency does those spots.
I do, and
Okay.
they made me jump through hoops. I think it was just like,
You don't like the hoop jumpery?
Jerry will call you. The ad agency
Jer.
for Jerry's will say, "Hey, listen, where are you going? Well, I'm on my honeymoon. Okay, can you do it the morning, first day of your honeymoon at 5:00 in the morning because the client is going to be that they have a lot of power.
You were the Tony Soprano?
I was Tony Soprano.
Yes.
For Jerry's?
For Jerry's.
I got
Holy
to. You know what?
I've done a
ass.
couple of Jerry's.
I got to
and
engineer
you
your
should do
Tony
all of it.
Soprano
I did
spot.
not know
It was
that.
cool. We
Rockville.
did it in Philly.
Did we do it in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. Do you remember the lines?
No, I just, this is great. How about that pie?
I never
Jerry's,
knew this.
that's because Jerry's do steak and cheese.
Oh, but you know what? The thing is that's
What I did.
but that's simply a character voice of James Gandolfini.
Right, yeah. And James Gandolfini would be Robert. Robert. Robert, would you grab my coat? Thank
But
you
then
very
when you're
much.
Tony Soprano,
Hey, come on, hey, F you! Pass the ziti. How come Jerry's doesn't serve ziti? All right, we got to take a break. We're going to come back and lots more to talk about. Buzz is going to give us a ukulele update. Wow! Oh my God! All right,
how's Carm?
Pull up the iPod for that one.
How's Carm?
She's a bitch. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to MikeO'MaraShow.com. You know, I love it when you show up and you're just trouble.
What are you talking
I
about?
think you've managed to insult everybody on the show today,
Including me.
Yeah, sometimes
including
on purpose.
our lovely guest.
I had to get her out.
All she did today was bring her lovely self in here, bring me apples, and bring us booze.
I flame out every other show.
Hey, Diana.
So, what are you going to do?
Is there any more of this?
No.
Oh.
Here, Mike.
I want a drink.
Now who's gonna?
I'll take yours.
Now who's gonna insult Diana?
I'll take yours. Thank you. By the end of the show, see this?
Yeah,
By
go
the
on.
end of the show, I'm going to be completely wasted.
Well, I
Well,
was gonna
I
share.
gave you a small.
What?
She said they were mild.
Hey,
You
have
don't
you,
want it.
have you welcomed him today?
Oh my God,
course
RJ
not.
Diaz
Hello.
is here.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
I'm
You
sorry,
say,
what?
Of course not.
Who's here?
RJ Diaz is here. Raymond is here on
Oh,
a
that's who
Wednesday.
that is.
Yeah.
that's RJ.
Welcome back, my friend. How are you?
I'm having fun.
It's good to see you.
What's the matter, Rob? You didn't like that? This is fun.
You're
Don't you
taking
know
a break
that?
from your fudge and pork.
I'm gonna get to you in a second.
What? Diana, what was that?
Diana referring to the ingredients of the small fridge in your as long extended stay apartment.
Oh, yes,
your
that's
fridge
right.
was filled with fudge and pork.
Well, no, that was what you said, Rob.
So hard. When I heard that.
Fruit and apple juice.
Hey, good for you. Our second segment is brought to you by Wait Not, 855 Wait Not,
Yeah.
855-934-4486 or waitnot.com. 30 pounds,
Attaboy.
ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations.
Way to go, buddy.
30 pounds, and, I'm so happy on the Wait Not program. I was talking to my buddy last night, and I said to him, I sort of referenced this on the show yesterday, but I'll mention it again. The food issue. I went to the grocery store yesterday. This is a true story. I spent an amazing amount of time in a section of the grocery store that I usually don't even look at, and that is where the spices are, where the seasonings
yes.
are. I am so getting it. And Diane, I know you're a cook. You're
know where you're going
culinary
with this.
trained. You know how to do it. I actually was. I bought myself some Chinese 5-spice,
That's very good stuff.
which is great. I saw it on the Food Network. And I bought some new sage, ground sage, getting ready for
Love
Thanksgiving.
sage, right.
I will tell you, the bottom line is
Makes good
I'm
sausage,
thinking
too.
in terms of, got some red wine vinegar yesterday. Everything I'm doing now is to enhance the flavors of the food that's good for you.
Right, exactly.
And that is a little fringe benefit. If you commit to this Wait Not program, that is a fringe benefit that you will get. You will, if you prepare your own stuff, you don't have to be a chef, but if you like to cook like I do, you become much more versed in how to season food. And it's a little bonus that you don't hear about when
become a
people
better
talk about
cook.
weight. Now,
And not
everyone's
only is
talking
it
about how much
fun-
weight they lose, I talk about seasoning the food.
Not only is it fun because you're not drunk every night, Mike. You're better at cooking. You're doing it
Not
better.
every night.
Exactly. Not every night.
And you gave me a great compliment when I walked in today. You said,
Yes.
"Look at you. You have no teats at all."
You have no titties.
That's right. Well, that's what I was avoiding.
You
to say
don't.
that.
It-
But it's
it's-
true,
it's
and
amazing.
we all look grand. Look at us. We're both in sweaters today.
But, Rob has lost 100 pounds. Rob's
Yes.
going to be on the Wait Not TV commercial. Anyway, if you want to do it, folks, we urge you to get involved with this. Rob has lost weight. RJ has lost weight. Unbelievable results you can believe in. 855-WAIT-NOT or 855-934-4486. That's the numerical number.
Mm-hmm.
And waitnot.com. Check
Do
them
it.
out. We appreciate it. All right. We were talking about the debate. I just, before we go on, this is a serious thing.
Okay.
Just a message to my daughter who probably won't listen to the show, but maybe I'll
Right.
get her here and I'll play it for her. I
Which
just want
one?
to say, Catherine, I'm
Yes.
so proud of her. I just am so proud of her. I think she, when you are a single part-time dad and your kids have gone through a divorce in the family, it is so wonderful to see that they're taking the right path. And that path, I believe, for all kids, if you can get the most education you can, please do it. It's important. It's great.
course.
And she, on her own, with she's not going to the convent. She has.
Just checking.
On Saturday, I toured a college campus with her, and it's just at the to see her making that choice that she's going forward, that
Grown-up
she's
choices.
applying to certain schools early admission.
Right.
So she'll probably know by
AU?
January. I'm not sure she's going to apply to AU. I'm
Might
not
be a good
sure.
safety school.
But hey, Dick,
A fallback.
how about VCU?
That's 13th grade. She'll get in there.
VCU stands for very. What's the C
Very-
word
very
for
crummy
stupid?
university.
Very crummy university. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Curmudgeon-y.
it was not really that.
Go
crummy.
Rams.
She says, Dad, I'm going to do at the school that we were looking at, I'm going to do a shadow student program where you go down and you shadow a student all day long because that looks good. And she just had her act together
awesome.
Yeah.
with the early admission.
You're
She's
proud.
already done it. And, she, and this is another thing. Who's ever said this? I said, how did your SATs go? She said, I swear to God, she said, I thought they were easy.
Wow. Did she ever score yet?
She does not have her score yet. We'll
Wow.
see how
Oh my
easy
God.
it was.
Yeah.
Might be
They're
amazing.
prepped now with the SATs.
Right, right.
But she's got she's got about 3.85, 3.9.
wow.
Good God,
GPA.
really?
Yeah. Both my daughters do, and I'm just
Favor
I'm
their
just-
mother?
I'm just really, really happy and proud
You
of her.
should be.
That's what I want.
Is Maryland, just because we are in the tri-state area here, kind of Maryland, Virginia, D.C.,
Delmarva.
do you get in-state tuition for Maryland? No, right?
not at all.
My daughter is looking at Virginia schools.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
big,
I'm just
big
curious.
time. And you
It's
know
so
what?
close, though.
Here, the one
frustrating,
thing,
isn't it?
that kind of kills me is how aware my daughter is of
Your financial
the
situation.
financial,
Right.
the financial aspect of college, which everybody knows. But I
Gotta
think
be.
that's a reality that a lot of kids are experiencing with their parents now, where maybe it wasn't in the past. Because you hear these astronomical tuitions and they've gone up and up.
Things
and up.
have changed.
But she's just got her. God bless her. She's got a little act together, and I'm happy.
Yeah,
and
that's great.
I can't wait to hopefully share some more good news. Hopefully she gets accepted, and I'm psyched about it. And just really wanted to say, Catherine, I love you. That's
that's
all.
great.
I
That
wanted
is
to say
cool.
that. All right, on to Ukulele Boy.
Yes.
Uke.
Now on November 10th,
Uke Burbank.
we don't talk about it since we
Yeah.
sold out. We haven't talked about it at all. We're going out to Reno, Nevada.
Right.
We've got our big show out there, the live stage show. We couldn't be more excited about it. And you're going to be treated to some musical performances.
Oh, it's a treat, all right.
I say that plural. I won't tip my hand. We have tipped our hand about Buzz Burbank because Buzz has embraced this ukulele. He has
I
been
have.
studying.
I love it.
You are now.
Did you see the
It's
thing
my
on
joy in life. right
CBS
now.
Sunday morning?
Seriously.
I'm the one that called Buzz and told him
Right.
to, and then I didn't
Yes.
watch it myself.
I did,
saw
though.
them. I
It
saw
was a
them
thank you
tease
for
it, and
the
I said,
tip.
"There's a special on the ukulele. So how is your
It was
uke
fascinating.
playing going?"
I think it's going very well. I'm a little nervous, until 2.5 months ago, I never played an instrument. I've never played an instrument before in my life. I don't read music.
Oh, the skin flute.
Hey.
Shock jock.
He's just being difficult today.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It was my turn.
We've all played that one.
Yeah.
I might go so far to say we've all mastered that one.
And as I understand it,
Oh,
I'm
not you, Diana. That's right.
Excuse me, woman in the room.
Well, no, I've actually, speaking of American University, I think I met some women that had mastered that instrument. All right, go
Remember
for
the
it.
one that played the duet?
Yeah, I remember.
And I've certainly never performed for anybody before.
There was one Super Bowl Sunday. I'll never forget. No, all right, go ahead.
So, I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm also feeling confident enough as an intermediate student, which is about where I am right now. I'm not great, but I'm good, and it's going to be fun.
Okay.
And I feel, although I am nervous about performing, I'm confident enough in how far I've come that I know we're all going to have fun.
Let me tell you why you shouldn't be nervous.
Right. Okay.
Your balls are going to get busted no matter what.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking that the spotlight is going to come on you and you're going to have to carry...
I know I won't be alone.
I am here to tell you that we will prop you up with the kind of berating and insulting that you will,
Yeah, because it's going to be easy enough as it is without that.
No, I'll say, look, we don't expect you to be Susan Boyle.
Right. Right.
She doesn't play the ukulele.
I don't think it's going to suck. I mean, I really would appreciate the
support
of you guys on stage.
I will support you.
But I think it's going to be fun.
I will give a tease here. Rob, should I give my tease?
Yeah.
No.
It's show business.
Okay, you're right. I should
lots of
keep it in my
surprises
pants.
from all of us.
I should keep it in my pants. I'm very excited about the evening. I think it's going to be
Me
fantastic. Can we make an announcement about our comedian now?
Yes, we can.
I'm very, very pleased to make this announcement, and this is a friend of mine and a guy that's been very good to me, that's still in the radio business and still very successful in the radio business, from the Mickey and Amelia show. Mickey is going to be joining us on stage. He's going to be our opening act, and
you've seen him do stand-up. He's outstanding.
I love him. I think he's
really
funny.
Great.
He's a little soccer-loving douche, and I think he's going to be fantastic. And we're going to hopefully get Mickey to call in, because Mickey does a morning show up at 98 Rock.
Right.
And I think Mickey's just terrific. Good. And they've been very good to me promoting my motorcycle ride. And when it's funny, when I did that little world tour and went on TV and radio all over Washington, everywhere I went, you get your little moment, you get your little 5 minutes, you go in there. Mickey and Amelia welcome me, and I get the panel for the whole show. And I have a blast when I do it. And I like Scott, their producer.
Because he's lazy.
And I like Spiegel.
He wants you in there to help lift the load.
You know what? Stop it. That's terrible.
Kidding, Mickey.
I have a blast. He's been up there. You've been up to 98 Rock.
Yeah.
And they're good people. And Mickey...
They let me look in the studio.
For people around the country that have never heard Mickey, he's a very funny comedian.
Show. Amazing.
Talks a lot about his kids. He's really hysterical.
How long? They've at least had a 10-year run at that station.
I'm sure they have.
Over that.
So jealous.
That's wild.
So jealous. It's the only show. It's the show
I get to do this.
You know what? It's the only show I go on where I wax nostalgic about radio. Other than that, you can have it.
They're one of the few shows and stations that have survived.
Really well run and really a good program.
And so he's going to be our opening act, and we're very, very excited about seeing him at Circus Circus. And he's did he get his plane tickets yet?
He said to me that the station is probably going to hook him up.
Wow.
Probably.
What's that like?
All right. I have been told also. And
DJ Todd.
I have, and just so you know, I'm officially a big pain in his ass. Like I've been on,
well, not just his ass, Mark.
On top of this, he's just very hard to nail down when it comes to.
And he's got a rap for that, and I hate that. But in fact, so listen, nervous. Rob. Work on 10 minutes, okay?
Okay.
If Mickey stiffs us, work on 10 minutes.
Good.
And we'll handle it. And it's going to be great.
Congratulations, Mike. We're roasting you again.
It should be a lot of fun. Hey, we're running late. We got to take a break. We will come back. Buzz, good luck with the ukulele.
Thank you. I love it.
We'll take a break, and we will come back with more fun and more thrills. Rob's Magic Audio Vault right after this on the Mike O'Mara Show.
La 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 la.
You like this song, Charlie?
I do, Rob.
We're playing it because of the ukulele references.
Pineapple Princess. Oh, I just tipped your song.
All right. Hey, welcome back to
lyrics,
our
folks.
third segment. Rob's Magic Audio Vault is brought to you by Vistaprint.com. You need a business card that makes a great impression, and you need a great deal on those cards. Go to Vistaprint.com. Listen to this deal. Vistaprint just launched a new and improved card without a price increase, and right now,
When?
you can... Right now.
Thank you.
You can get 250 of these new cards for just $10.
Mine arrived today. Do you know that?
Really?
I got the update. Mine will be in my mailbox when I get home.
These cards are so inexpensive that you can actually You could just print up 250 that weren't necessarily a business card. Just put something
Just a
goofy
bit.
you want to say.
How about
Mine are a bit.
FU cards?
And my dad,
Hey, got something for you.
I remember.
Way to park, jerk store.
My dad had worked with a printer, and
What's going on?
I don't know. I had
what the
my phone,
hell's going on?
I had my phone muted. I saw it.
That's not news.
What is that?
Rob's
It
phone.
sounds like
my
he's
phone.
listening to something.
Yeah, what
It's
are
a
you,
business
what are you
call.
listening
It,
to?
it was Americast. Let me turn this off. I'm sorry if I'm.
Man, that was a subtle plug.
Am I causing trouble here?
Available at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
He still can't do it. Would you like me to do it?
No, I'd like you to shut up.
Why don't you just mute it on the side?
I tried.
You want me to take care of that?
It's
No, I
the
want-
phone that would not die.
Is that the new one?
It is. There we go.
Throw it.
Is that the new phone?
It is.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it yet.
When did you get your new phone?
Yesterday. I'm just not good at it yet.
He's got his new phone.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm not good at it yet.
That's wonderful.
I'm going to get really good at it, though.
Like the ukulele.
My
Little
dad.
kid say.
Just don't bust my balls. I'd appreciate the support.
goddamn commercial, for
Please.
Christ's sake, Rob?
Sorry about the.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry about the thing.
Thank you. Vistaprint just launched a new and improved card without a price increase, and right now you can get 250 of these new cards for just $10. That's half off the regular price, but only if you enter the code TMOS in the search bar in the upper right-hand corner. God, it's like pulling teeth, this show. And Vistaprint does more than cards. They can put your name or logo on all kinds of things. Check out their whole line. Again, for half off these premium business cards, enter the code TMOS at Vistaprint.com.
They're good.
The one thing I wanted to mention, my dad had a relationship with a printer when he was growing up, and his stationery on his desk for a lot of his little notepad said from the desk. I'll always remember this. It's not particularly funny. From the desk of Bill O'Mara, head cheese.
I love that.
Let's open up the audio vault for today.
Do you want the presidential ratings?
Yeah, go ahead.
Comparisons? Now, Oscar, what was your claim? So
It said half the audience.
Yeah, half the
Well,
audience.
according to Huffington Post, the original debate had
That's a commie rag.
had 67 million viewers.
That's the first
right.
debate.
That is
Okay,
correct.
and then what the early results say is that about 48 million for last night's debate.
Less.
So you're looking,
Less.
you're looking
Yeah,
like
but not
zero.
that.
A third
You can
less.
count.
But
And
not-
that
No,
comes from
higher
a
than that.
leftist publication.
Higher than that,
Fewer.
probably like 70 to 75%.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I'm going to fight you. Anyway, all right, go ahead.
I wanted to tell you, you hate or you're scared of Sarah Silverman, right?
Yeah.
Intimidated.
Oh, you think you're crept
He's
out by her, I
intimidated
thought.
by her.
What we had? Who's the lady we had on the old show, the radio show? That,
Lisa Lampanelli?
No, Lisa Lampanelli didn't scare me.
Oh, the one that was with Pat.
Is it Maria Bamford?
That's it, Maria Bamford.
Maria
yeah.
Bamford is the lady that does the Target commercials,
Right.
And I have the same
Sing-songy baby voice.
Yeah, and I have the same, and she's like,
Maybe that's because you're so fat and ugly.
it's that kind of rap. It's the same thing with Sarah Silverman. Female comedians that do that scare the crap
Where
out
do
of
you
me.
weigh
They
in?
cut to the quick.
Where do you weigh in on Chelsea Handler?
You know, I don't watch enough of Chelsea Handler. I think that the times I have watched Chelsea lately show, I've been amused by it. So I think she's
yes.
talented.
I think she's hot and she's funny, and I was amazed at the open.
She's no Hayden Panettiere.
No, certainly not. Her forehead is smaller.
Had her in studio.
What's that?
Had Chelsea Handler in studio.
You guys
yeah,
did?
when we were in Arizona.
What do you
That's
mean, had her?
cool.
Because everybody from LA would come to the Tempe Improv in Phoenix.
This is a short hop,
Or
right?
they drive
right.
down, so they do their warm-up acts and then go back to Los Angeles or whatever. They make some money.
She's a cool lady.
So everybody that went to the Tempe Improv would come to us, and out of all the comics we came through, we had A-list comedians come through.
Right.
She was the only one that did the entire interview while she was on her BlackBerry.
Oh, really?
And
Wow.
between
Oh, that's a... Oh,
Between-
you biatch.
between Chad and I sitting there, and you know how much Chad enjoys that.
Oh, my God.
And we were kind of on thin ice at that studio, as we usually are at any radio station we worked at.
Right.
So we couldn't blow up and kick her out of the studio because
But
they had
you
a
wanted
relationship. Because she was sitting there talking to us like while she was texting.
You didn't...
Wow.
Did you even reference it?
You call her out.
I
on
think
it?
it was a throwaway, but again, we were on such a short leash.
Yeah.
We had to
wow.
get through the interview and then
Radio
move on.
is such a tough business.
It
It's
is.
really when you're in the situation that Chad and Oscar
We were on
in,
probation at that
and
point.
they've
Oh,
done
my
that
goodness.
Always.
and they've
Double
been there
secret.
at other radio stations as well. And thank God, really the run that I had with Don,
Yeah.
and the fact that we wouldn't have to do that crap. Honest to God, she would have been in her car,
Out.
Yeah.
Right.
in her limo.
Right.
Get the F out of here. That's just that's horrible. I
It was
remember
tough.
one of the biggest altercations I ever had with Don was early when we were working together when Jay Leno came in, because Jay was such a hump.
Yeah.
And they really, these comedians come in, and some of them can just be nasty guys and not pleasant to interview.
They don't want to do it. They don't want to be there.
Absolutely. And then you get guys that come to play. But usually, would you say, of all the people that I've interviewed, and you've interviewed a bunch of them, we've all interviewed people over the years, it really would seem to me comedians, by and large, fall into that category. They don't come to play very often.
They're the tough
Well,
ones.
they don't want to burn their material into your show. They want to use it for their show.
But it's also, we've had comedians come in and they'd be honest with us. They said, thank God, because the shows that we do now and that you did with Don and that I did with Chad and what I do with Chad now are similar, that we are not there to steal the artist's thunder.
Right.
We want to prop them up.
Absolutely.
But there are many DJs out there that when you walk in their studio, even when we're guests, that for some reason you can't be better than them.
Right.
They won't allow you to be funny, or they won't allow you to be quick.
Right.
And when you're fighting that for the majority of your career, you're almost pleasantly surprised, or you're proactively kind of a scumbag because you're waiting for the guy to be a dick.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's interviewing.
And you know what? And the big ones, it seems to me, when I've had the pleasure of interviewing a lot of people, but when you interview a legend like Bill Cosby, as I have, and he brings his A game, even though he's a bit verbose and he can go on, and sometimes you don't know what the hell he's talking about, but at least he's giving a rat's
And
ass.
I do think that is also because he's a little more old school. I think he doesn't take it for granted. He appreciates it.
And you know what? I'll tell you, I always talk about how Patton scares me a little bit, because Patton, just by his very nature, is anti-radio.
Yes.
And he's been very generous to me and said some nice things about me. But the day he brought that absolute roll Brian Posehn in. Brian Posehn, whose career won't even be a blip on radar. It won't. It really won't. Brian Posehn, but he married well because he hangs out with Patton. He did, and that was a guy that just my God, didn't say anything.
What did he do?
Nothing.
He just had a horrible attitude.
I saw him live once.
How could you tell?
You saw Brian Posehn?
And how was he
I'm sure
in that?
Brian's a pretty decent
I was drinking.
Okay.
It was pretty funny.
So it was fine then.
Yes. Wait, so you walked into the interview with Patton and you think, okay, this guy's clearly signed off on Brian, so because it's Patton's guy, he's going to be great.
And he brought Patton, in with him on a lot of that stuff. And I felt very almost violated after the interview because they were both like, hey, here's the jive radio guy, and it hurts. It's tough to deal with that because all you're doing is promoting whatever they want to sell.
Right.
You want to sell their comedians of comedy, or you want to do that. And Patton's just a very, very funny guy. But he's got that jive feature. If you get all DJ on him, he's going to call you on him. And I don't mind that at all. Posehn just sat there. Literally sat there, just, no interest at all.
You know there are a lot of bad DJs. You've talked about them. You've made fun of them over the years. Well, Patton and a lot of other comedians have been on those bad DJ shows. And they are the vast majority of DJs are bad DJs. And these guys who have to travel from show to show are just sick of it.
Absolutely.
Patton finds you to be a breath of fresh air among all that.
It's fun. It's fun having him, and I'm a huge fan. I look up to Patton Oswalt like nobody's business, and watch out. His acting career is, I believe, really.
Oh my God! Yes,
it's definitely.
He's already a top
got a lot of
script
traction.
writer. This guy is huge in Hollywood and is going to get bigger.
Yeah, and I think he's shooting a movie with Sean Penn.
Yes,
and I think they were shooting in Iceland. I have no idea what it is, but I just love Patton. I think he's an amazing talent. He really is. Go ahead.
All right. Well, last night Chelsea Handler had her season premiere, and it was a big show. She has a new set. She had two great guests, Sandra Bullock and Jennifer Aniston.
Right.
But the opening
Diana
sequence,
Ash's favorite.
The opening sequence did something that really surprised me. It was very sexy. And it opened with Chelsea Handler walking into what was labeled Chelsea Handler's show Showers. And it was, pixelated, so you couldn't see anything great. But I will tell you this, they didn't pixelate everything. There was some decent side boob. She's got quite a nice figure, this Chelsea Handler.
They were nude. Yeah.
And it really did appear, unless there was most very, very, very small pasties.
Didn't she bang 50 Cent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She's banged everybody.
Really?
Yeah. And
she a little dirty hoe.
But the thing is that they really
girl.
not only did she look perfectly naked, so did Sandra Bullock,
who was in there with her.
And it was really this is on the E website.
Will this be on our YouTube page?
If they put it on YouTube, it's on the E website right now.
Okay.
So I want you to hear this.
Can we steal it?
I think we can.
Okay, good.
But I want you to
try.
hear the audio because this was actually it was funny, but it was also kind of sexy.
Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Sandra. Sandy. Hi, Hi, Sandy.
You know, actually, for friends and industry insiders at Sandy, you might just want to call me Sandra.
Okay, well, you just told me to call you Sandy.
Okay,
so.
you know what? Don't worry about what I just said, okay? What you need to worry about is pulling your together with this fancy new stage that you have, which I think is a sham.
Why is it a sham?
First of all, stop calling yourself the White Oprah.
I never called myself the White Oprah. I was misquoted in Serbian Vogue.
Zip it and shut your face down. Shut it down. Clamp it. Close it. Box it up. Stop. You have a responsibility to be a respectable talk show host. Okay? This comes directly from Oprah's mouth to my ear, to my mouth, out of my mouth, into your ear, down your body, out your vagina, up my vagina, and out my ass. And your raw theme of this message is that you are a huge disappointment. Just because you're the only person on late night television that has tiny little lady bits does not give you a free pass.
And then there was one point.
Fantastically written.
And one point, Sandra Bullock reaches over and slaps Chelsea.
Ow! Why do you keep hitting me?
Because you're urinating. You're urinating, aren't you? You make a pee-pee? Yeah, we don't make pee-pee in showers anymore. We make pee-pee in the potty. Pee-pee goes in the potty, okay? Oh my God, I can see you. I can see you. And all of this is disgusting. This is sick.
And you know, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that Chelsea did that because she has her base is stand-up comedy and shocking stuff. But that's Sandra Bullock naked on television.
Sandra Bullock,
using the word vagina.
I would really love to see Sandra Bullock do another comedy and do a better comedy than some of the crappy ones that she's done over the years. I think she's just an amazing.
And then
actor.
up next on Chelsea, she had Jennifer Aniston and her proud nipples.
Yes, very, very proud.
Really?
I think she must keep her studio as cold as Letterman.
It's a great episode.
Yeah, it's a good one. So check it out. Now, this song is the James Bond theme. It was written and performed by a guy named Monty Norman. And it has been proven recently that this song raises testosterone in the male body.
That's right.
Don't play
Well,
for
I
too
need
long.
Yeah, but the thing is, it wasn't written for the James Bond franchise.
Really?
Monty Norman, and I just found this out today,
Monty Norman
had a failed musical that was never produced about a guy trying to buy a house in Trinidad.
Really?
So when he was given the idea or the job to write the music for Dr. No, he recycled some of the music. And this is a song that was before Dr. No. It was called Bad Sign, Good Sign.
The original.
And I want you to listen to the melody. This is from the soundtrack.
All the signs are pointing in the right direction for
It's the James Bond song.
How old is it?
This precedes Dr. No by, I think, 2 years. But that's just people recycling melodies over and over again. We did this once before, that Paul Anka, the Tonight Show theme, was actually a song written for Annette Funicello.
That is very cool. Guys, got time for two more, Rob.
All right, then let's do this. We'll do the songs that have been ruined tomorrow. Paul Bettany, have you ever heard of him?
No, I have not.
He is an actor, but also a voice actor, and Oscar will know this guy. He does the voice of Jarvis in the Iron Man movies. Jarvis is Iron Man's computer. And I found out that they actually do the Jarvis parts last because if the plot doesn't make sense, they write plot points into Jarvis's dialogue so they can be explained.
Steer the story.
But here's the funny thing. Paul Jarvis has never seen an Iron Man movie, and he's talking about how easy his job is. This guy is pretty refreshing because he's just laying it on the line. This is an actor named Paul Bettany.
This is robbery. I mean, I walk in, I do say some lines on a piece of paper for 2 hours, and then they give me a bag of money, and I leave, and I go about my day. I do nothing, and I've never seen one of them. But that's not because, I mean, there's a bunch of my movies that I'm in physically that I haven't seen, and this just happens to be one of them. But at least on those, I was there on the days, and I read the script. These I know nothing about. It's like fanboys, and I'm plagued by fanboys who love Jarvis, and they come out and they go, "I really love it." Well, what was it like? I got no idea what they're talking about. I've got no idea about Iron Man.
That's hysterical. I like it.
He just likes getting the bag of money, I guess.
He's honest about it. Voiceover work, the easiest thing in the world.
We close with Jimmy Kimmel saying that the way Obama could have really won the debate last night, really knocked it out of the park, is come in and do it as the guy who narrated the Honey Badger video.
This was a crucial debate for the president, and his team didn't want to leave anything to chance. You know, in the last debate, he was very down. It seemed like he'd taken a horse tranquilizer pill beforehand. So tonight, they made sure he was up by replacing his voice with the voice of the Honey Badger guy.
Now, Governor Romney says he's got a 5-point plan. Governor Romney doesn't have a 5-point plan. He has a 1-point plan. And that plan is to make sure that folks at the top play by a different set of rules. That's been his philosophy in the private sector. That's been his philosophy as governor. That's been his philosophy as presidential candidate. Governor Romney don't give a shit. Yes, honey badger. Oh, just look at him grunting.
That is your Magic Audio Vault. Thank you, Mike.
Good stuff, Rob. We'll take a break, come back with Buzz and News right after this, everybody.
Honey Badger don't play that way.
No. Mitt
Honey
Romney.
Badger.
Mitt Romney doesn't have a 5-point plan.
Oh, look at him chewing.
Anyway, welcome back to MikeO'MaraShow.com. Without further ado, let's get right to it. We are running super late. We're here with Diana Ash from Quench.
Yay.
Tonight at Quench, very exciting. Are you going to give them a commercial right now?
I don't have that here, no.
Okay.
But
Do they have a commercial on the show? Quench for Knowledge tonight?
8:30.
Oh, it was the vignette? All right, go ahead. Do your thing.
We'll come back to it.
Rock and roll.
The news brought to you by
Whatever, I just
Encore.
want to survive the next 5 minutes.
We're brought to you by
Encore!
Encore Insurance Services, LLC, official sponsor of our live stage show November 10th at Circus in Reno. Even if you already have life insurance, you might be paying too much. Encore may be able to help you just as they helped Oscar Santana.
Super easy.
For a free quote, visit smartterm.com or call. It's a lot like voiceover work.
Jesus.
I mean, really.
Saved him a bag of money.
That's all you have to do is call them. And
Super easy.
And they will take care of it.
That was from the heart.
Yeah.
It was.
Way to give it your all.
How do you
It
say
was super
super?
easy.
How do you say super easy in Spanish?
Bien fácil.
That's right.
They should use that in a print advertising. Encore Insurance. Oscar Santana says it's super easy.
Only if we can find a picture of Oscar asleep.
Or something.
Super easy.
866.
I'm powering down.
If you want a piece of that, it's 866-347-5748. 866-347-5748. They compare the rates to help you save. Licensing.
That's super easy.
And disclaimer info at smartterm.com.
I forgot Buzz had a cocktail.
We are so proud and grateful to be sponsored, as always, by Encore Insurance Services.
Wonderful.
Some of these points we've covered, some we haven't. Together they paint a picture. Here we go with an update on analysis of the election and last night's debate. Who won last night? Obama, by a neck. But winning a debate isn't about facts or details, which is fortunate since both men had trouble with those. It's about who commands the room. And although Romney turned in a fine performance, he actually came in third last night behind It Was a Tie. One Snap poll after the debate shows 37% of viewers thought Obama won.
Obama.
33% thought it was a tie.
You know, they're the enemy.
Who's the enemy?
Obama!
Obama, thank you for that. So 37% for Obama, 33% thought it was a tie, 30% thought Romney won.
Let me get that.
He can't be happy about it.
Hello.
Hello, this is Mitt Romney.
Mitt,
calling.
Buzz is doing his
I
news.
just wanted to give
Buzz
you a
is
call
doing
to
his
see if we
news.
could-
He knows.
Jesus.
So rude.
God, that gets annoying.
A CNN poll had 46% of registered voters saying the president won, with only 39% saying the win went to Romney. That group was made up of 1/3 Republicans, 1/3 Democrats, and 1/3 independent or undecided. But did last night's debate help undecided voters make up their minds? Did it change any votes? No. Both candidates repeated all the things they've each said all along in this campaign. Neither gave details of their plans for the country, and nobody said anything new.
Undecided voters are good readers, though. I learned that last night.
Oh, my. Can you imagine you get your one shot and you forget what you're going to ask?
I like
It's
when they
nerves.
look for the
It's
microphone
nerves.
and the
They're
paper.
scared.
But do they know the order they're going to be called in, or do they even know
I
if
don't
their
think they
question is
did.
going to be asked?
I don't
Because
think
really
they-
they look
I
like
think
they didn't know where they were going to be.
Candy knows, but I don't think
Right.
the people know.
Candy knows
But the one lady
everything.
is just like, and third,
Oh,
it's right next to my gum.
They're just nervous, not professional.
I know.
Candy prepared a question. Is, do you have any eclairs?
So mean and yet so funny.
Right.
Will last night's debate move the poll numbers? Not a lot, but maybe a little. Women voters abandoned Obama in great numbers after his impotent performance in that first debate. He may have won at least some of them back.
Mr. President.
last
Diana,
night.
did you think that Barack Obama was impotent in the first debate?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow.
See, I asked her before. But he may have won.
Seriously, that was silly.
President may
Really,
have-
what's the matter with you?
President may have won those women, or at least some of them, back last night when he talked about women's health issues, as Mitt Romney talked about being given binders full of women to consider for high-level positions in his Massachusetts government. Now, Obama may have picked up some random support last night by taking responsibility for the security lapse in Benghazi that led to the death of a beloved ambassador. In an age in which taking responsibility is rare, there's a segment of the voting public that will remember that moment last night. Both men performed well. Both scored direct hits on their opponent. Obama never successfully defended his record, and Romney never clarified his plan for a better economy. We are surprised that little has been made of Romney's declaration that government cannot create jobs, but that he will create 12 million of them over the next 4 years. We're also still surprised that although Obama is widely considered to be last night's winner, he failed to deliver that performance in the debate that mattered, the one he cannot go back in time to erase. There's a school of thought among leading Democrats that the president's win last night was too little, too late, and that in that first night he lost a lead it took an entire summer to build. Right now the race is painfully close. We'll watch the polls over the next few days. We'll watch the third and final debate this coming Tuesday night.
Wow, that's so. When you say that, where are you getting those Democrats from? Is there a school of thought?
James Carville being one of them,
right?
But actually several others. I'm sorry, I don't have their names with me.
It's just to me,
several key Democrats have said.
Did James Carville say how Obama is viewed on his planet?
Well, I think it's energizing the base, and time will tell. And none of these talking heads can tell you what's going to happen. I don't think anybody knows what the results of this election are going to be, and I don't think anybody can really pigeonhole it. And I think polling, listen, as early as 2 elections ago. Does anybody remember polls were BS?
Oh, yeah.
They were completely wrong. They were in error. So I think that we have to be very careful about how much credence we give the talking heads, and we have to be very careful about paying attention to the poll. I do believe one thing that you report often, and the fact is it's energizing the base.
Yep.
You hear
I didn't mention that today, but
you
you're
hear it all the
absolutely
time.
right.
You hear it all the time. And I think this election is just a theory. I could be wrong. This election will come down to the base and getting out your vote.
Absolutely.
And I think that, slowly but surely, I speak as a partisan.
It's going to be close no matter
I will
what.
tell you, I speak as a partisan, and I feel as though the lead that Obama allegedly had during the summer and the fact that he energized in the 47%, all these little things have been building me up. What people should realize is that people that have already made up their minds, like I have, we have been energized by different moments.
Yes, like last night. For
and
example.
last night was an example
we
of
were
that.
down after the first debate.
So it is a win for Obama as far as I'm concerned.
You want to fight harder?
The third debate's going to be tough, and you might already have this, is because that debate is based on international policy.
Mostly, yes.
Yeah, like foreign affairs.
Right.
So anything domestic that people were looking for, some unanswered questions,
all done.
Some details, they probably shouldn't address it then, but they may have a chance to.
Although moderator Bob Schieffer has indicated that he, especially with any breaking new developments, he might allow that to slip into the debate. I think where we left off last night's debate, Romney in a little bit weaker position. He's going to have to bone up before this next. Foreign
policies.
Buzz, we are super late.
I'm sorry. We talked about the earthquake in Maine. They've released the names of the men in Maine who
anybody famous
patronized. No, like a local. I mean, locally they are like a local.
Michael Sean Patrick O'Mara,
a real estate guy.
Yes, but they didn't give your
banker.
address.
Zumba.
Exactly.
Restaurant owner.
They've released some of the names who patronized the prostituting Zumba instructor in Kennebunk. The woman in question had paid sex, which she sometimes videoed with at least 150 men. Ooh. First round of names released yesterday, amid concern that it would shatter families. Since no addresses were given with the names, this list is actually affecting men who have the same names who are perfectly innocent.
Okay. Hey, this is Eric Ronick from Black Gold.
Hey, here's how
never pays for it.
Here's how absurd our country is. Okay? You got a television show on HBO where guys are videotaped banging hookers.
Yeah, they have to sign releases to be put on it.
Completely legally.
Yeah.
And then you have this, oh my God. First of all, this is the world's oldest profession. It happens.
Yeah.
And I think that it's one thing, you have to deal with your family. If you're in this situation, your names are, on the list. If it was, but at the same, the way they hype it, it's kind of strange to me that one part of the country, you've got completely legalized prostitution.
Right.
And then, you've got this guy, this lady.
At the other end, you have people gasping with
just
shock.
Oh my God.
Right.
A man went and paid for sex. Oh my God. Come on.
Scarlet letter.
It's ridiculous. It really is. I mean, it's ridiculous. Not that she did it illegally and she ran it out of another thing. That's it. Yeah. Okay. That's bad news. I think she avoided taxes as well.
Verticals.
But the whole thing about prostitution is like, hello, bulletin. Yeah. You ever been near a military base? Right. I mean, for Christ's sake, it happens, and it's just, to me, I feel for the people that are named, but you got to kind of laugh at the hypocrisy of
Have
that.
you seen
absolutely.
her?
Yeah, she's not
bad looking.
Not bad. I saw the video where she's doing the Zumba, but no, not my cup of tea.
Also from Maine today, the solving of a cold case murder by Augusta police. They arrested 63-year-old Gary Robb yesterday by tricking him into taking a phony chewing gum survey.
No relation.
That gave the cops the DNA evidence they needed to tie Gary to a 1976 murder.
Wow.
What kind of gum?
Finally, I don't know. Finally, Robert and Amanda Levery are not married.
I'm sorry, I just found a naked picture of this chick.
A naked picture?
Yes.
Is that
Can you
real?
pass that over here, please?
Thank you.
Hey,
no need to be sorry about that.
Thank you, Mark.
She actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, she's an attractive woman.
I'm pretty impressed.
Very shiny in that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd pay for that.
All right, and a lot of people did. Finally.
I'm waiting for the Groupon.
Robert and Amanda Larrabee are not married. They are brother and sister, both in their 30s. Robert and Amanda Larrabee. Yeah. They were at a sports bar on Sunday that had TV screens in the restrooms, and that's when and where they apparently decided to work together to steal one of those TVs. They went into the ladies' room together and ripped that sucker off the wall. But someone saw them go into the restroom together, found it shocking, and told the manager. The manager locked the duo in that restroom and called police. When the cops arrived, Bob and Mandy denied the TV stealing caper. They told cops they were in there having sex.
I knew that was coming.
Hot, incestuous brother-sister sex.
Oh, dear.
Is this in Florida?
The hole in the wall, the hole in the wall where a TV once was, convinced police the couple was lying, and so they arrested them on theft charges. Now, this happened, Diana, in the Basketball Hall of Fame in Massachusetts.
Ooh.
But since the couple is from Florida, I think that counts. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Mike O'Mara Show.
I love that, Buzz. Thank you, everybody. Diana, have a great time tonight at Quench. Thank you. It's always a pleasure when you stop by.
I love it so much. I love you guys so much.
It's tonight at 8:30.
8:30. What's the address?
9712 Treville Gateway Drive, Rockville, Maryland.
Quench for Knowledge, America's favorite trivia game. Mm-hmm. No debate tonight.
No, come on out. 2 big ways to win big tonight.
So go out and see
I
Mark.
want to see all you here.
Go see Rob. Go see Mark. Go see Diana. And
RJ will be there.
RJ, well, shocker. It's an event.
That's right.
Our show today was brought to you by CB Lucas AC and Heating. Get your system ready for winter now. Call CB Lucas for all your heating, AC, and plumbing needs, especially if your system is older than dirt. You can start saving on utility bills right now. CB Lucas has 48 months, same as cash financing or instant rebates on high-efficiency train systems. Offer ends October 31st. Do what we do. Call 855-CB-LUCAS or click their ad on our website. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao for now.
Hello, this is Mitt Romney calling. I just wanted to give you a call to see if